passing yards by that matter. The steady part of it has been the offensive line. Ramon under center. He'll throw it out in the flat, and it's just too far out of the backfield with Ramon. They'll hand it off up to the 30 to Baker. Bust off a tackle past the 40-yard line before he's knocked out. Baker in the single back set behind him. Barbarino in motion across the formation. They'll hand it off to Baker to the right. He's up to the midfield strike. Uniform. He's been out with an injury. Hand off up the middle again to Baker. He's not going to make too much. He does enter in.
Like he was stuffed at the line and then just keeps fighting forward for a couple of yards.
Ramon rolls out to his left, lets it go to West. West catch one to the boundary side. Hand off to Baker. And he's under. Playcock is running down. He does snap it. Hand off to Baker. He gets to the 40. He's got the first down.
For the hole to open and then forced it through once he saw an opening.
Heyman into the game. They'll hand it off to him up the middle. Inside the 35. Ramon rolls out to his right quickly. Thrown. It's caught.
Beautiful.
Still on his feet and knocked out of bounds. Heyman in motion. They'll throw it to him out in the flats. Good blocks by the receivers. Trying to find an opening. He'll be pushed after just a... There's a handoff to Heyman. There's a hole up the middle. We do have a flag on the play. Under a minute left to play in this first quarter. Handoff up the middle. Formation. Ramon drops back to pass. Under pressure, lets it go out wide. Takes a while to get there. It is caught. Still trying to wrangle down formation. Baker in the backfield with Ramon. They'll hand it off. He's up through the middle past the 35. Ramon takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw. Has to scramble out to his right. Just has to let that one go towards the sideline. Drive. Barbarino in motion. Ramon turns, hands off to Baker. He's going to be tripped up. They'll hand it off to the fullback, Baker, and he's got enough for the first down. Not much more. Have to head out there after a 4 and out. Heyman with the handoff. Still loose. And he fights his way. Ramon drops back to pass. He'll let it go. That's going to be too high. It's intercepted near the 40. And he's going to be brought down at... DJ Scott was the starting quarterback on opening night. And quick throw outside. It is caught near the 30-yard. 10 miles down the road. Snap to Scott. Hand off to Baker to the right. He's up to the 30-yard line. And up. He'll turn. Hand off to Baker. Straight up the middle. He's going to be hit. And
they believe in what he can do for this
Heyman
team.
in motion. They'll throw it out to him in the flats quickly. Drop that one. Look through. Scott drops back to pass. Throws it out into the flat. It's caught. We've got another flag on the field. And going to be stopped at about the 4. Scott takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Heyman. Looking to throw. He's going to have to tuck it. Avoids one defender. And it looks like he's going to be brought down for a sack as he tries to fight. Scott fakes the handoff. He'll roll out to his right. Has to dive back inside under pressure. He'll have to scramble up past the 40. He's going to have enough for the first down. Scott drops back to pass again. Ball knocked out of his hand. It's on the ground. Scott able to fall on it. Just over 2 minutes left in this first half. Scott hands it off to Heyman. He's going to have to back up. Still goes up to the 35. Still on his feet. Up to the 30. And a nice... Scott drops back to pass. He'll let one go over towards the sideline to Kittig. Will move to the right of Scott. Scott with the quick throw outside. Caught. And brought down after...
not necessarily in that position.
Second down and 7. Scott rolls out to his left, throws it out to Augman off his hands. No good through that. Scott drops back to pass again. to the corner of the end zone and off his hands. Inside receiver, although they do move a linebacker out in that position too. Scott looking back to his right, lets it go. It's caught. First down. Still on his feet near the 5-yard line, near the goal line, trying to cut into that lead. Scott lines up under center. Heyman fumbles the ball. It's on the ground. Langston gets the recovery.
Goodness gracious. Had a perfect
at the tailback position. Scott drops back, fakes the handoff. He's looking towards the end zone, lets it go, and it's going to be intercepted near the goal line, up past the 20-yard line. And Barbarino pushes him out of bounds at about the 20.
Get back in this game. It's got to be now.
Oh, Scott drops back to pass. He'll roll out to his left, gets one off. That's Hudson with it, still on his feet past the 50-yard line. Ball fumbled. It was near the sideline. They're going to say, one referee looks like he's saying it was out of bounds. They're discussing it though. Pistol formation, two split to the wide side, one to the boundary side. Hand off to Baker up the middle. He barrels over one tackle. Scott takes the snap, drops back, lets it go towards the sideline, trying to get the ball to Nick Webb.
You got to look to one of your playmakers, but you got to give him an opportunity to get past the
formation.
stakes.
He'll drop back to pass. Gets it to Barbarino. He's got the first down.
And let's see if they go back to the run here.
Hand it off to Baker, straight up the middle. He's inside the 40.
Cameron Taylor in motion.
Hand it off to Baker again to the right. He pushes forward. And Scott drops back to pass, lets it go out in the flat. It's caught. And up near the 20.
Yeah.
Looks like they'll mark it about the 22-yard line quickly. Hand off to Heyman right up the middle. He busts through. It's an Aggie touchdown. Heyman in the backfield with him. He'll drop back to pass. And looks like he's going to take off now. Up past the midfield stripe. He's got a first down.
Mark when the pocket starts to break down.
They mark him right at the 45. Hand it off to Heyman straight up the middle. He's going to get about 3 on the play.
Especially here against the Lions.
Scott will drop back to pass. Looks towards the sideline. He's got a man out there, but threw it. So big play for the Aggies here, trying to keep this drive alive. Scott drops back to pass. Looking over the middle. He's got it to Taylor at the 40. But he's going to be wrapped up pretty quickly. Big freshman pickup for the Aggies. And line up under center. Baker in the I formation. He'll try to run wide, and he's going to be dragged down for a loss. Scott back in the shotgun. He'll drop back to pass. Looks out wide and passes 2
plays here, but see what they go to.
Scott will drop back to pass. He's under pressure, lets one go deep, and just past the outstretched. Move to the pistol formation now. There's a snap, fakes the handoff. Trying to go deep on this one. He's going to have to scramble. He's just going to have to get rid of it out of bounds. Getting sacked. Back to pass, lets it go towards the sideline. Caught. Power pistol formation. Scott back to pass again. He's going to take off on a scramble. And he's not going to get much. It's going to be 3-yard line. Scott drops back to pass. Lets it go over the middle. He's got a receiver open.
And it's Taylor.
Did a great job on the play getting open as well. Hand off to James. He's up to the 35 and knocked out of bounds. Scott will line up under center. Barbarino in motion. He'll fake the handoff, rolls out to his right, lets a pass go towards the sideline, and it's snap, handoff to Baker, avoids the first tackler, still on his feet, through the defense, nice game.
And he's a power back, makes beautiful.
They'll turn and hand it off to Baker to the right. There's a big hole. He's going to have the first down. Scott will drop back to pass. He's going to scramble and going to be brought down for no gain. So Heyman lines up in the tailback position. They'll fake the handoff. Scott throws out towards the sideline, and it's knocked away at the... There's a penalty on the Aggies. That's going to leave it at 2nd down, but all the way back at the 8-yard line. Handoff to James up the middle. Nice gainer. He's
Very
near
close.
the goal line.
Play clock under 5. He needs to get this off.
There's a snap, handoff to Baker. He's into the end zone for the Aggie touch. Wide side. And handed off to Baker, running to the wide side. Face mask looked like possibly there. He gets up to...
Would almost have to abandon the run by this point, but...
Scott will roll out to his left. Hits his tight end. He's going to be drug out of bounds.
Taylor all the way out here on the far right.
Scott under center, hands it off to Baker. Baker's got the first down. Across. He'll head back. Makes the handoff, drops back deep, lets the pass go towards the sideline. One to get the ball. And in motion again. He'll turn, hand it off to Heyman. Straight up the middle. He'll curve it a little. Scott drops back to pass. He's going to take off on the run. Falls forward to play for the Aggies right here. Scott takes a snap, hands it off to Baker, running to the wide side. He's going to have to get to that edge. He does get the first down, still on his feet. And Scott drops back to pass. Out in the flat, hits Heyman. He's up past midfield to the 45. And
Scott's past it by making that beautiful cut there.
So they'll turn, hand it to Heyman, this time to the right. He's got to avoid tacklers. Well, because of the blocked extra point, if they were able to get that, they could make both of theirs. They could take the lead. Scott drops back to pass. Now he's going to scramble. Tries to cut it outside. Gets a block from Heyman, and he'll step out of bounds. 3rd and 2. There's a snap. Handoff to Ogman up the middle. I think he's gonna get the first down because he got to the 30.
Players are tired. You know the line's tired.
Scott rolls out to his left and leaves that pass just. Taylor in motion. He'll line up in the slot position. Scott back to pass. He's got Barbarino open over the middle, and he hits him.
I'd look for him to go the same way again.
Scott drops back to pass, throws towards the sideline. He's got West over there. He's going to have...
Because that makes it a lot more likely to convert these 3rd downs.
Scott drops back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked.
Looking to be a deep threat there.
Scott drops back to pass again. Lets it go. And that one he's lucky that 3rd and long. Scott back to pass again. He's going to have to avoid the tackle, and he can't. He's going to be sacked. So Scott lined up under center. He'll turn, fake the handoff to Heyman. Looking to the sideline, and it's just too high. Tackle position, pistol formation. Heyman outside. They'll throw it to him. Up to the 50 and to the Langston. 2nd down, 2 yards to go. Heyman again in motion outside. They'll hand it off to James up the middle. He's got the first down. They'll finally blow that play dead as he'll be down at the 44-yard line. They'll move the chains so the Aggies have a few moments before the clock starts back up. And Scott downs it to stop, if nothing else. Pistol formation. Scott drops back to pass. Out to James on the flat.
Get out of bounds.
And they'll say...
Men deep. I would assume Taylor is going mid to deep on this route.
Scott drops back, throws it out to James in the flat again. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down. They've got to convert here. Hand off to James. He runs wide. He's got the first down. And Scott fakes.
Whoa, no!
And the referee flat blew that. Looked like Scott was going to just immediately spike it to stop the clock, but he faked it and wanted to go deep to Taylor. Referee blew the whistle, And now the Aggies are going to go back 15 yards for a personal foul penalty because his players came out on the field along the sidelines. So the Aggies, the benefit of the doubt there. Snap, fakes the handoff. Might be sacked. He's going to be sacked. Yard line. Scott drops back to pass again. He's got pressure. He's going to have to scramble. And has to just throw it out of bounds to avoid. Scott drops back to pass once again. Lets it go towards the sideline. He's got Hudson over there with the catch.
Get out of bounds.
He's near the 15-yard line. He got out of bounds on that one. Scott back to pass again. He'll have to scramble. He's going to be dragged down.